you grow in just every single area. If you want to live a better life, well, if we want more, we must first become more. And I think there's a struggle sometimes when it comes to that topic because there's so many voices. We get so confused. We don't know how to implement it. And what I want to do is be able to break down some things that have impacted my life, but I know will be able to impact your life as well too. So today we've been breaking down a series of Challenge to Succeed from Jim Rohn. And specifically, we're talking about where do you get your philosophies from? So if that's something that interests you, then like this, tag someone in this, share onto your feeds. Also, we're on YouTube, so feel free to subscribe to our YouTube as well too. We put all the replays of these there and all of our other stuff as well. But we've been going through Jim Rohn. If you don't know Jim Rohn, he is one of the greatest of all time when it comes to personal growth. He mentored Tony Robbins, and one of his cornerstone audios that I encourage you to actually pick up and watch and listen yourself is called Challenge to Succeed. And I think we all want to succeed in life, right? We all want to live better. We all want to make more impact. We all want to be able to help out our families. We all want to be able to live a life of purpose. And the question is how? How do we succeed? Because it seems like success can be seemingly so difficult, even though people say it's so simple. I don't know if you ever felt that way, right? You look on social media these days, you look on YouTube, you have all the books out there, and it's like all the stuff's out there and it all makes sense. But if you're anyone like me, you felt that maybe it was just not you. Maybe you were just not lucky. Maybe you just didn't get it or something. And what I'm here to tell you is that is not the case. If you understand some of these principles, you apply them into your life, then it's not a matter of if you're going to be successful. It's a matter of when. So I want to make sure we can go through these. So we're going through 5 major pieces, the life puzzle. The first of which, if you want to change your life, is change your philosophies, change your mind, change what you think about, because your thoughts eventually manifest into the things that we do in our lives. It's important. So specifically, I want to give you some ideas today on where can you get your philosophies from? Because if we know that philosophies can change your life, what are some of the places that you can get it from? You know, yeah, another day in Tahiti actually today. So I think what I want to go into today specifically, yesterday we talked about mentors. We talked about going for some voices out there. But I think what's also important is knowing how to learn from one of the best examples of philosophies, which is our own lives. Jim Rohn says this. He says you can learn from your past, but you got to make sure that you treat your past can be a school teacher, but don't let it beat you over the head, right? Imagine your teacher, and back in the day, they used to hit their kids a little bit. Imagine they have a rule in their hand, boom, right? A little reminder. Sometimes in life, we get these little ruler slaps, if you know what I'm talking about, these little checks in life. Sometimes it hurts a little bit more. Sometimes it might be a paper cut. Sometimes it's a little bit more interesting than that as well too, but we've survived those things, right? And one of the greatest teachers in the world of philosophies is our past experiences. But it's not only that if you have a past experience that is negative, that will lead you to growth. You see, a past experience is the raw ingredients for some of the major lessons in life. I'm sure if I asked you, what were some of your biggest lessons in life? I'm sure it would have been tied to one of the biggest trials and tribulations and challenges you had in life as well too. However, you have to reflect on it a certain way. You have to think about it a certain way. And I want us to think today about some previous experiences in our life that were bad. Maybe your business didn't go the direction you wanted to go. Maybe your life didn't go the way you wanted to go. Maybe a relationship didn't go the way you wanted to go. Whatever that it is that you're thinking about. Maybe it's even something that you're going through as we speak. And each and every single one of us are going through challenge and difficulty. Right? Jim Rohn says that life is very simple. There's a balance of opportunities mixed with difficulty. Opportunities mixed with difficulty. The mix is just different sometimes, right? But that's how life is. But I want us to hone in on something. I want you to think about today a challenge that you're facing. How about right now? Something that you're facing, something that's on the tip of your mind, something that maybe you went to sleep praying about, maybe you woke up thinking about. And I want us to look at this in a certain way, because Jim Rohn says, treat the past like a school teacher, but don't let it beat you over the head. And how do we extract the wisdom? from this? Hey, Eva Marie, great to see you. How to extract the wisdom from the negative experiences in life, because they are rich. And I think it comes down to a couple of things. Number one, I'd say is don't let it, Jim Rohn says, don't let it beat you over the head. So take out guilt, take out shame. And there's someone that needs to hear this today, but you're going through something right now. You've just been through something right now that's been tough, gut wrenching, soul wrenching, heart wrenching. It's put you onto your knees. And it is hard. But the pain might be there, but the guilt doesn't. Perhaps you're feeling shameful about something. Perhaps you're feeling really, really just negative towards yourself about something. And it's important, right? The situation might have happened, but the opinion does not have to be that. There's facts and opinions. There's facts and opinions. Facts, we have to confront the brutal realities of life. The deal that didn't go through, the relationship that didn't go through, the tragedy that happened, the illness that set in. There are facts in life. And these facts are not always good facts, right? Put a 1 in the chat if you can think about some fact in your life that is not a positive fact. That is not a positive fact. You know? In fact, just yesterday, we're in a group right now. We're in a mentorship group ourselves with Eric Worre. He's the greatest when it comes to coaches in our profession. And we're submitting like a testimonial or one of his groups. Eva Marie, yeah, praying for you with that challenge. And what was interesting is, as I was sharing a story in there, they're asking for some testimonials. We had not too long ago a fact that was horrible. Our business has fallen by 50%. We were $12,000 a month negative in our bills. We were in a very desperate situation. The facts were I was depressed. I was downtrodden. It was really, really bad. But I was sharing the story. And I remember during that time period, there was such guilt. There was such a sense of hypocrisy in life. There was such a sense of like, oh, I could shame, like I couldn't tell people about this. And to be honest, like that was using the past as a beating it over the head, and that will not yield wisdom. But when I broke free and I realized that these things are not happening to us, these things are happening for us. The thing that you're going through, the challenge you're going through is happening for you, to chisel you, to make you better, to learn, to teach you something, right? When I started to reframe that, and then I said, well, what can I learn from this? And I thought to myself, all right, well, I'm going through this pain so that in the future I can help someone else through their pain. And that's usually the purpose of the pain, to be honest, whatever you're going through right now. But what can I learn? How do I overcome? How do I get better? How do I get sharper? How do I use this pain? How do I use this challenge in a positive situation so that it can help us move forward in life? And as we started solving those problems and started to get better and get through that, started to realize, all right, this is nothing to be ashamed about because bad things happen all the time in life. It's a fact of life. We live in a broken world. The fact is this happened. The opinion of me didn't have to be there. The opinion that would change that opinion of ourselves and think to ourselves, we're stronger than that. We're better than that. The game is not over. You woke up today, the story's still moving on. There's a purpose to everything that's going on right now. And it can be used for very, very good. So when I started to reframe these things and I looked at my past as not a shameful, guilty thing, and I used it as a school teacher, I thought, what can I learn from this? Learned a lot of lessons. Lots of lessons on how to break through, on how to go through depression, on how to come up, on how to rebuild a business, on how to rebuild yourself, on so many different things, so many great lessons that now I've used those pains as not the reason why I cannot. I've used those reasons as a reason why I must. And how about for you as well, too, those things that you're going through, those challenges you're going through. What's going on? Great to see you. Are you using that as a crutch? Or using that as a platform? In the past is such an amazing school teacher if we remove the guilt and the shame and all that. If we remove the negative opinions that we have on the things that we've gone through in our lives as well too. The fact is the fact. Yes, we can't change that, but the opinion of it can change. So my thought today, as we're breaking down Jim Rohn, is one of the best teachers is our past experiences, but it must be reflected properly. I want us to look at that situation, whatever that it is that we're going through, that challenge, that difficulty, that setback, and reframe it. And I want you to think, what can I learn from this? I want you to think, how do I come up from this? How do I break through from this? And to end this in the great words of Kelly Clarkson, if it doesn't kill you, it only makes you stronger, right? So take a look at that philosophy today and really reframe that and apply that into your life. So I hope this helps. If it did, like this, share this, tag someone in this, subscribe to our YouTube. We put our replays of this on there as well too. And if you want to join us and you love this type of material, join us every morning at this time, 7:30 a.m. Pacific time. We break down some wisdom. Today's a little bit earlier, I know, because we're about to go out, but usually at 7:30 a.m. And join us for some daily wisdom. 8 a.m. Sorry, 8 a.m. 8 a.m. is when it's at. I lose track of my time. 8 a.m. every single day, Monday through Friday. We have a private Zoom room, by the way, so you can come to that as well too. Free to be, So now, am I going to go live again today? Perhaps. I think I might do one right after this. We will see. We'll see you guys soon. All right, everyone. God bless. Bye-bye.